What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm bringing you another little update on the new boxing game that's been coming out. It's been 10 years overdue. And today in this video, we just going to be talking about some of the, they're going to be talking about some of the fighters that are going to be up in the game that have signed to be in the game so far. So if you do me a favor, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that bell. And without further ado, you enjoy the video.
One of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world today. They call him Bud. You can call him in the next ESBC video game. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound. He will deliver a beatdown coming up later this year on eSports Boxing Club. And a man that owns a part of the 168 Super Middleweight Championship. You've seen him on PBC, Caleb Plant, who's hoping for a showdown later this year with Canelo Alvarez. And how about the clubhouse leader for the knockout of the year in 2021, Oscar Valdez Jr., for what he did to Miguel Berchelt, a fantastic virtuoso performance. He's now a two-division world champion. And now to one of the greatest boxers to ever come out of the United Kingdom. Unbelievable hand speed. The former world champion and Olympic gold medalist, Amir Khan. How about this for timing? Coming up later tonight, live on DAZN, Virgil Ortiz Jr. with the biggest fight of his young career as he takes on Maurice Hooker and the hard-hitting Texan. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is in ESBC. How about the former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk? He's soon to be perhaps the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship of the world and will fight either Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. Let's keep it in Eastern Europe. How about Alexander Povetkin, the man who knocked out Dillian White last year? In fact, it was the 2020 knockout of the year. Can he do it again? The rematch is coming up in a few weeks. Alexander Povetkin in eSports Boxing Club. Staying in the heavyweight division, how about English heavyweight Joe Joyce? His future is bright. It's sky high. He needs to work on those defensive skills, but he's got the powerful punch in eSports Boxing Club. Roy Jones Jr. is back, baby. Perhaps the greatest light heavyweight champion in the history of boxing. Former heavyweight champion Roy Jones Jr., RJJ in ESBC. The Great Butterbean is in ESBC. Can't wait to see how his character turns out. This guy may be one of the strongest punchers we've got. John Porter, the announcer for PBC, for NBC, and you know all about how dangerous he can be in the ring. Josh Taylor from the United Kingdom, the super lightweight who fights Jose Ramirez in just a couple of weeks. Let's keep rolling on. And how about Regis Prograis? He knows Josh Taylor all too well. They battled it out in an epic fight of the year contender. Regis Prograis, super excited to be in ESBC. And how about Gabe Rosado with all those tattoos? He's got such a unique look. And of course, he's a movie star, having been in the movie Creed. He will be a great addition to ESBC. And how about my good friend, Chris Algieri, who made me promise to say that he will be the most attractive-looking fighter in the game. Do with that information what you will. But he is, of course, the former junior welterweight champion of the world. And now to the two-time middleweight world champion, Daniel Jacobs. Not only is he one of the world's great fighters, his story is certainly one of the greatest in boxing history. That's right, El Gallo from Mexico and Chocolatito from Nicaragua. They combined to throw over 2,000 punches, and you can relive the fight or have their trilogy right here. Division world champion also speaks 3 languages. His native Spanish from Venezuela, English, and Japanese. About him, I worry about him, I drag him around from city to city. Thank you for being in Las Vegas, man.
I mean, look at the names you have, Todd. You got the greatest fighter that ever lived, Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano, the Browns bomber Joe Louis, Jack Dempsey, the first black heavyweight champion Jack Johnson. The list goes on.
Yes, the Mexican legend himself, Juan Manuel Marquez, the man that has one of the most iconic knockouts of all time against Manny Pacquiao, who he fought 4 times. Welcome to ESBC. How about Tim Bradley Jr.? He had a war with Juan Manuel Marquez as well. He's had so many fantastic wars. Tim Bradley Jr., as tough as they come. You see him on ESPN. Staying with the Legends theme, how about Ricky Hatton? There's only one Ricky Hatton, straight out of the UK. Welcome to eSports Boxing Club. So the future stars, we've got them, including the knockout machine himself, Edgar Berlanga. Another young gun fighting out of Mexico, coming out of nowhere to win the junior middleweight championship of the world. Jaime Munguia with that high knockout ratio. He'll be a super fun character in ESBC. From Mexico to China, Zhu Khan has captivated that country's attention, and he'll do so in ESBC as well. This is one of the great young fighters in all the world today. Can't wait to see his character on the new video game.